Now, before we get into this entertaining video, we would just like to remind you to like and subscribe.
Yes, please do like and subscribe.
Sunflowers!
Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you today? Well, I hope everything with you is copacetic, and I'm hoping you staying out of trouble.
For real.
And I hope that you have not been messing with Diddy. Well, this is Chit Chat with us, and of course we're making this new thing. So whenever I do news with tarot. Not news with tarot. Anytime I do chit chat with the Crones, we're going to be talking about Diddy. So for however long it lasts, so just get used to it. So I'm going to be talking about it because I'm definitely going to follow this case. What about you, baby Crone? How you feel?
Honestly, I would just like to briefly mention the fact that on my TikTok, I had came across a singer named Kesha. And she was out there just redoing the lyrics to one of her songs to, I guess, be hip with the times and how Diddy is going down. And honestly, I just feel like this case with Diddy has brought all kind. Yeah, so it's just bringing people out of the woodworks. Honestly, that's how I feel. And with Diddy himself, how do I feel about it? Honestly, it's
what
kind
are you
of
talking
sad.
about?
Talking about how I feel about Diddy.
What you were saying about Kesha?
Oh yeah, about how people are coming out the woodworks because of this Diddy situation.
But what about Kesha though? You said something about Kesha. What about her?
Yeah, she had changed the lyrics to one of her songs.
What was it?
It was from her song TikTok, and at the time in 2010, she said, "Woke up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy." And now she has gone back and changed the words to "Wake up in the morning and F. P. Diddy." Yeah, that's what's happening.
Well, this is what I've been really thinking about. First of all, before I go on, let me give you an update as if you probably don't know. But for many of you who don't know, this is what's going on. Well, he's in jail or prison. I don't think he's in prison, but he's in jail. He's in a holding facility for sure.
For sure.
And he's not happy. He's in Lower Manhattan in a prison there. It's unsanitary. It's got mice and rodents or mice or rats. It's got bugs and someone said maggots, and he's in deplorable conditions.
Yeah. Yikes.
It says, I can only imagine when I've seen some pictures of the inside. I can only imagine what horror he's in.
Yeah.
If there is a place called hell, he's burning in it right now. And I know that a lot of people take pleasure in other people's misfortune. Just as he did, he took pleasure in when he gave misfortune to others. But I'm a type of person, do unto others as others do unto you. In other words, I was thinking about this and thinking about Diddy and how he's begging and pleading, please let me out. He says, look,
I'll do it.
I just feel like an old sermon I heard many years ago. And it goes something like this. And this is what I can hear him saying in my spirit. It's like, please let me out of here. I'll do better. I'll get baptized in water. Let me out of this God-forsaken place. I swear I'll do better. I'll never mess with another woman again. You could take everything. You could put me in an ankle bracelet. Just let me outside of here. I'll get baptized in water. Just let me be free, please. Just let me have a drink of that fresh water. I swear to you, I learned my lesson. I'll never do this again. And I know that there are people that are laughing, but for me, this is how I see it. This is how I see it. And this is just my opinion. Because I see everything in a spiritual way. I see it like Jesus but Jesus was a good guy. So please, allegedly. So I'm saying it looking at Diddy as he was a god in his day. He was the ruler, the maker, the shaker. People trembled. He could add and take away. He was the man. He was the Diddy. And now he has been humbled. He's been roaming around for months and years, living pious and eating the best and drinking the best and doing whatever he want to do and sexing what he want and having orgies and you name it, he's been doing it. And now, for the first time, his reality has hit him. Remember when I said, it's no way I could commit to that. Now, it's like, please let me out of here. I promise I won't run. Hell no. Not that I wish you any harm. But when you had the time, you played with it. I don't know what he thought. Clearly, he's never been to prison. Or maybe he's never even visited. Because clearly, he was oblivious to what he experienced. And like I said, I'd never been to prison or other than that one little time. And when I was locked in that room, and even though people were around and I could see and everything, I wasn't left alone. I was by myself. But even though it was like, it let me know in that little old place with the little toilet and the little sink, it let me know I don't want this life. This will never work for me. And that's just a holding and that was like a holding in a Baltimore jail back when I was in my early 20s, like 23 years old. You understand what I'm saying? And here he's experiencing it. And now he'll give anything to turn back time. He'll give anything. He's like that man, that beggar man saying, hey, Father Abraham, can I have a drink of that water, please? My tongue is burning. If I could just have a drink of water, I promise. I'll tell everybody they don't want to come here. And he said, I can't. You crossed the line. We can't reach each other no more. We in two different places. And that's how I feel. So no, I don't feel like laughing. I feel like this is what I feel. I feel like the black people have said, when black people get together and they say, we had enough, they send you over to the white man, the white judges. And I look at now how all the white women and the white men and they coming out and they just getting into them, like they just railing into him. It's like y'all handled us, Diddy. I mean, we handled them over to him. So it's like, okay, y'all gave us R. Kelly. We've been wanting them. And y'all give them to us, and it's like, thank you. And I think they put him in the most deplorable places.
Oh, yes.
I think, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Maybe that's the only place they could put him. But this is truly, to me, to teach him a lesson. And this is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
And what do I think? I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that they may move him.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking this. I don't know. Because he had money. So yeah, we don't want to let you out, but maybe we can move you to a better place. Because they don't want him to be sick. They don't want him to stop eating. They need him alive. And if he should happen to fall into a deep depression, because this is what it looked like is happening.
Okay.
Because mentally, I truly feel this. I feel mentally he's breaking down within 30 days because that's how long it takes you to just get your mind, your body, get adjust to things. And to me, in 30 days, I don't think he's going to be able to handle much of it. Because if you put me in a place and it had mice and rats, all I need is to see them run across. Oh my God! See, I can't even talk about it. I can't. If I put me in a place and there's roaches on the wall, I couldn't. What about you? Well,
no,
never mind.
Definitely not me.
And I don't know because I've never been to prison, but I can imagine the horror of the hell of it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's there. He's in hell. That's why I said he's there now. And they are not going to let him out. And there is a part of me that says, I feel sad for him.
Yeah.
I do. Not sad like I want him free, but I want him to be treated fairly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want them to torment him.
Or give him an unfair sentence.
Or give him, I don't want that. He's going to pay.
Mm-hmm.
His life is over. His humiliation has begun. Why? Because it's not about us seeing it. It's about us knowing he's living it.
Yes.
He's living every regret. He's living it. He's going back to, if he has snatched a life, he's living it. And I was sitting back and I was saying, is this too hard for the Diddy? And I said, when he was tormenting people, was it too hard? When he beat Cassie, not one time, not two times. That's just the only time we've seen. When he was having sex with these men and women and having to have 1,000 bottles of lube. And anyway, who used, what is that stuff? What was it? Baby oil? Yeah,
baby oil.
Who used that? They got better stuff than that to use than that. Oil? That's old school. So, to see to see that there were, when these freak offs were over, can you imagine the hell of the stench of it? That you have to bring people in to give them IVs because they have been sick? Can you imagine the conditions of these people? And so he has to sit and live and think and regurgitate this for the rest of his life.
Yikes.
Unless some miracle come along.
And let's hope it does.
And no.
Well, no, in the sense that maybe he'll only have to do maybe 20 years and not have to do life. No, I don't want him to spend his entire rest of his days
what if
in prison.
if he's taken life? Then what?
Okay, fair. Okay, fine. If he's taken multiple lives, we only know of one.
Well, we don't know. We're just assuming. And I'm saying, but if that is the case, then justice is served. See, I was sitting back today and I was thinking, I was like, how do I look at this? Because this for me is an inner struggle.
Uh-huh.
This is something that is about, what is ethics?
Mm-hmm.
This is what, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What we're doing, this is all ethics. And I'm trying to figure ethically. And I begin to say, is this fair? Not about everything, because everything we know is he say, they say. And if we never seen the beating of Cassie,
mm-hmm.
we would have never known the monster that live inside of him.
That's true.
We would just never know it. We would have heard about the woman saying she got shot in the face mm-hmm. and the bullets are shit. We hear these stories. We know that last year he just got the key to the city.
Yes,
he had to give it back. And so now it's like, now that all of this stuff is coming out, it's like, it's frightful, because I want to make sure that I'm dealing with it in a fair manner.
Okay.
So as I said, sorry about that. I had to take a delay for a minute. So we're back. So where were we talking about ethics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me ask you this. What did you learn in ethics when you had ethics? What was the main thing you learned? Because you helped me understand. And that was what, a year or two ago?
Yeah. Maybe like a year and a half. But what I learned from my ethics class was that to be fair is to not be subjective but objective.
Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying. I really want to be fair. At this point, I don't know Diddy, never met anybody that he's familiar with that I know of. Other than, I don't recall meeting Dame Dash, because Dame Dash is a cousin, but he don't know me. You know, he's like a family member, but my grandmother who's gone, that side, and you know, does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I never met him, but we definitely family. Outside of that, I know no one. I don't know him. I'm just saying he's a family member, but he don't know me. I don't know him, and my grandmother's gone on to glory. So with that being said, I'm just trying to look at this the Diddy files. That's what we're calling it,
Mm-hmm.
the Diddy files, in a way that I like to take opportunities and learn from them.
Yes, that is true.
This is a learning opportunity.
It is.
And for me, everything is spiritual because I grew up as a Christian. Even though I no longer practice the faith, I still am having those, not beliefs, but those teachings that are still true and relevant to me. They still apply. Like I said, it just seemed like we said to Diddy, crucify him.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's being crucified. Yeah. And I'm watching and sheer horror. Just to see, you see this rich man that was so pompous and arrogant and big as life,
Mm-hmm.
a big float. What do you call those things? They float in the air. They plastic, you know.
Yes,
what
I definitely know what they are, and I know it's
you
in
know,
my face,
it's going to come right to me. But I'm calling it a big float. But I haven't thought of the name. Right, you know exactly what they are, right? She think it too.
I am thinking so hard.
So I'm calling it a float. I don't know if it's a float, but it's a big whatever it is, and it floats low, and he's been in that for so long, and I can only imagine for him to be pulled down, not even to the real world, but to a subhuman world where you are being treated as inhuman, as if you have to be treated like you're not fit. You only fit for a cage. You're not fit for the general population. That's a horrible, horrible thought.
It is.
You know, and I was wondering, people saying that Stevie J ran. They're saying Meek Mills ran. I mean, I'm hearing, I don't know if these things are true.
I know who should run. Jay-Z.
Well, Jay-Z is gone. Jay-Z is in another country, him and Bay. I don't know. I just feel as though that this kingdom of wickedness have to come down. And anybody. And I'm telling you, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my question is, and I'm just asking this just as a commentator, is Diddy more valuable alive or dead?
What do you mean? More valuable?
Is he more valuable? Because he's the man with all the information.
That's true.
So if I was on the outside and this man is in, and they doing everything they can to break him, this is about a break. Because to me, yeah, we want Diddy, but you got to understand it's bigger than him.
Oh yeah, most
this
definitely.
is a ring. When you have racketeering, it's never one person. It's a ring. It's a organization. It's not one person. And we know that he's not the head of it. He may be the head of Black Mafia.
Yes.
One of the heads, but he's not the head. And I was thinking about this, and you tell me what you think. I was thinking about all the people that's been in that. And let me name just a few people. I'm just going to name like 5. Kanye, that's been friends with him. That's Diddy. First, let me go how I see it. Jay-Z, Stevie J, Meek Mills, Kanye. I said one more. It's so many. Give me a
Oh yes, we cannot forget. What's his name? Not somewhat celebrity. TD Jakes was tied up.
TD Jakes and this guy Lil Rod.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm just naming 6 people, and right now. And that's not even mentioning women. That's not mentioning Kim Kardashian.
Right.
That's not
J-Lo.
mentioning J-Lo. That's not mentioning Mary J. Blige. That's not mentioning, because all these people were close at one point. And you got to understand, this ring has been around for at least 30 years.
Yes.
At least that. So there has been a lot of trafficking throughout the years. And you can't tell me. I mean, they said the great Tyler Perry has been to his parties. But
Yes.
before I go on, when I think of all these men, they all Jamie Foxx, it was somebody with Jamie Foxx was the one that says about the party. And it was back a while ago. I don't know if it was last year or so. We heard about them playing basketball nude men.
Yeah.
So we know that this has been going on.
Yeah. Just to name a few more, Kevin Hart.
Yeah. So name them. It's so many.
Will Smith.
Jada. Yeah, it's women and men that's gotten tangled all up inside of this. I can't even begin to name names. I'm just naming a few names that you would know. But I'm noticing about these men, there is something in common with all of them.
Okay.
They all are sexual deviants. Kanye.
Yeah.
They all cheaters. They got something. Jamie Foxx.
Will.
What's his name? Little guy. Kevin Hart, name them. They all got something deviant about them when it come down to sex, when it come down to women. Jay-Z, R. Kelly. When it come down to women, they all seem like they have this sadomasochism to women. Like they just want to, and it reminds me of, do you know what this is? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they all have this even now. Even now, you hear they got problem with women. Every last one of them.
Yes.
Every last one. That's when they say birds of a feather flock together. You see, even though they're not, look at Kanye. Look at all of them. Look at them. They're cheaters. They're liars. I'm not calling them liars, but they lying to their women. They saying they ain't cheating. You playing with people's hearts. You playing with people's mind. And I'm just saying they all have that deviant behavior. I'm not saying they all mess with other men. I'm just saying they all have sexual, what's the word? They all have sexual deviancy about them, to me. All the I don't know about Lil Rod. I mean, I'm just saying if you was in that group.
Yes.
It's so many. They all was into this sexual depravity, right, of mind. Why? It had to be some craziness going on where you have to administer IVs.
Yeah.
Think about that. Do you know when you're getting an IV, have you ever been dehydrated? It's either you've been pooping or vomiting, or you just got, your body is drying out. It doesn't have enough water. These are people that are violently ill to need this.
Yes.
So this was a hell of a messy scene. And you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me in the movie Squid Games. When you had the rich and the elite. Remember, it's Squid Game. It is a game for the elite.
Yes.
So they're sitting up in the back room watching all these games go on, betting millions or billions of dollars to see who's going to win and watching people be killed. That was there. They was rooting for this.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
It really spoke about the state of mankind.
This is what in all these years, look what's been going on. It's like Squid Games for the elite.
Yeah.
How many got sick? How many how many did we hurt? How many were sick? How many, can you imagine? Maybe it's me.
No, I mean, there was probably even some first timers there.
Yes. Can you imagine? And you drinking and they carrying these bottles, like water bottles. I forgot the name of the stuff, the bottles. And they carrying it around. And what's in it supposed to be water, but you see it's not water. Oh, Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
Justin Bieber. Oh.
Jaden.
Huh?
Oh, I said Jaden.
He could be. But I wasn't thinking about, I was just thinking about Justin Bieber, but it was somebody else that came to my mind with Justin Bieber. But my point is that there's so many of them. So many. And Justin Bieber was underage.
Yeah, he was.
what was he, 14, 13?
Usher.
That's who I was going to say, Usher. And now we find out that Usher was the one that initiated Justin Bieber, and led him. And I've always told you I like Usher, but Usher seems gay. I don't like to call a married man gay. I'm just going to say he gay-ish. When I see a grown man in a mirror fronting and feeling his body with no clothes on, sex appeal, but that is so 90s.
You're right. That is a bit outdated.
That's so 90s to me. You know, when I see a man standing up with no shirt, knowing the conditions of the world, knowing what we're going through, and you doing that, Usher was in all of it. But what I love about Usher says nothing.
No.
Nothing. No matter what you say, when he was talking to the commentator that I can't think of his name, you all know, he's on radio, and he had the curly hair. I can't think of his name. He's old, but anyway, he was talking to him, and Usher was always cool, calm, and collective. And he let this commentator know, no, I don't want my children in it. When the commentator asked him, you know who I'm talking about?
No, but I do remember this video.
Yeah, says when the commentator asked him, would you let your children stay with Diddy or go? He said, hell no. He learned. He knows. So he know. And I can't think of the man's name who's done this. He's tall, he's slender, Howard Stern. And Howard Stern was asking him and fascinated with this story. And it's so many people. And people are running scared. And I don't know. I don't know if these people are gone. I spoke to someone today and someone said, Meek Mill's gone. I talked to someone that I heard someone on the TV saying, Stevie J. I don't know if these things are true. I've heard people say Jay-Z and Beyonce is not in the country. I don't know if these things are true, but this is the word on the curve.
Yes.
So this is what's going on in Diddydom. And in the world of Diddy. And like I said, do my heart ache for him? No. But my heart fear for him.
Okay.
Because whatever he's going through is just the beginning.
That's true.
He haven't even got out. This is like the race. He's at the date. He's at the starting gate.
Yes.
He's right there. He's that Philly horse right there at the starting gate. Just about where they gathering them, the horses up, and they back there, and now they got him in the stall. And the horse, he's bucking. And the horse is there, and just before they go, dun, 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 before the horses go ping and they go, this is where I see him in my mind. He's only begun this race. And this judge, that's a female, hard. And y'all, I was going to say it, but I'm going to say it. Well, and that's the one thing that I'm always frightened about, to have a woman principal. I mean, a woman, president. Because I know how hard some women can be.
That's true.
Very harder than men. Harder than men.
Especially if they are a girl's girl.
What do you mean?
Meaning that apparently I'm not sure if this judge is, but just the fact that she's a female judge.
Oh, okay.
And knowing everything that Diddy has done or allegedly could have done to women as a woman herself.
That's what I'm saying. So you all, look, that's just our recap on Diddy. Did we cover everything? Did we leave anything out? And as we go through, this is going to be a moral thing for me. So this is about morality. So I'm going to look at this thing through the spiritual lens, because you got enough people out there looking at it for the physical. I'm looking at it how it's affecting me and how it's affecting the world. Do you know that this news has made world news?
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? And the last of this, I remember back in the 80s, back in those sweet days, those sweet days of youth. I remember Scarface. And I remember The Godfather. And I remember these black men wanted to be The Godfather. They wanted to be Scarface. And look at it.
Sure is.
Now they live in the life of the Godfather, and they live in the life of a Scarface. And with that being said, that's all I had to say about the Diddy. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up. If you have something to say about it, let me know. I'd really like to know, because like I said, we're going through this for me and our house.
Yes.
We're going through the morality of it. We're going to be judging from a morality point of view, from the point of view where baby Crone said she doesn't want him to do life. We're going to that. To me, I want him to, if he has taken lives, I want him to do 20 years for the life that he has stolen. You understand what I'm saying? So if he has done life, considering 20 years of the crimes that he did with racketeering and all of that, and then add on 20 years for each life that he has taken, if they can prove it. That to me, so far, they are claiming Tupac. They are claiming Biggie. They are claiming, what's his girl named Cassie? What is that?
3.
That's 60 years.
Oh, yes.
If I'm giving 20 years for each life that is claimed, allegedly, that he has snuffed out, it would be 20 years for life.
Right. Oh, did they claim Aaliyah yet?
You think he did that to Aaliyah in a plane? I don't think he did Aaliyah.
Okay.
I don't think so. But I'm just saying where he was directly involved with these people. So they are saying they even pulling out videos with Tupac. I'm like, oh my, I was like,
Archives
who dug him
coming
up from the dead? So we got Tupac talking. We have Cassie book supposed to be coming out. Am I right about that?
Yes.
Or something is coming out about Cassie. So they are talking. So if you add all that, just think about this. This is something that I'm choosing to deal with it from an ethical point of view. I want to go in with this because this trial has touched me on so many levels. I mean, not this trial, his case and his life has touched me because I'm a part of that time. That's my time when we were out there partying, and rap was before Biggie was, before they were. Like I said, I was in that audience when they had the fight coming and it seemed like it was real. And then all of a sudden Biggie was on the stage and they was like, no, it's not real. People was running. I was there at that concert. So that was in my sweet youth. So this goes back a long way. And this was back during the time with crack. This is back during the time with drugs and sex and rock and roll. We're going through history. This man has made decades of years of living this life of debauchery.
Yes.
And torment. And now the chicken has come home to roost.
That's true.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! I feel bad, but it is what it is. And with that being said, please come and join us. We'll be talking about it. Believe me, I don't know if it's going to be once a week, twice a week, every day. If it's something new, I like to get a couple of things. So we'll be talking about it. So please follow us. It's called the Diddy Files.
Yeah.
Please follow us. And please join in. Give us your thoughts. And like I said, we're going the way of ethics. How about that?
Yes.
Ethics. So bring your ethical mind as we go into the mind of madness, the madness of P. Diddy Cone, the madness of Brother Love, the madness of Diddy, and all of his 1,000 alias names.
Yes.
Diddy, and Diddy. And with that being said, what we're going to say?
Sunflowers.